Right everybody, in today's episode we're going to be cleaning up this little coppice, this little local woodland that's very, very close to my house. We're going to be doing an overnighter here as well. I'm going to be doing a hammock part 2 video, show you some of the kit I've bought and I've been gifted just to make it a little bit easier for myself. So yeah, stay tuned and all will be revealed very, very soon. Hello everybody and welcome back to WA UK. I'm going to start by apologising for the lack of content over the past few weeks. I've not been well, I've been a little bit poorly and doctor's orders were just to rest. So I've not really driven, not really left the house, got a bit of cabin fever, so as soon as I've been given the all clear, I'm out in the local woodland. As you will have seen in the intro, we're going to do a bit of a clean up. We're going to film up, picking up all the litter and everything that I just mentioned. I'll roll in some footage of all the litter in this woodland. That was a mere fraction of it. It's absolutely horrible in here, where people have left bottles, cans, camping equipment and all sorts of things over the years. As well as that, we are going to be doing an overnighter. I'm going to be setting up the hammock any second now. Had a load of new gear gifted to me. I've bought some tree straps. I've gone above and beyond to try and make this a bit more successful this time than the last hammocking video. Now I'll put a link to my last hammocking video just up there. You'll see a little exclamation mark. Click on that, I'll bring the videos down. But Leon's with me. Basically Leon's bought a load of let's call it budget items from one of them websites abroad, and he's going to be doing a bit of a review and an overnighter in all this budget gear which he'll upload to his channel. So I'll put a link to his channel in the description below, and throughout the video I'll put loads of links to his channel so you can go and check out his review. Anyway guys, I'm going to go set up because it's about sort of 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. Sun's going to be going down around 4, so I need to get a wriggle on and work out all this new gear and work out what I'm doing with the hammock. Hope you enjoy the video guys. So guys, welcome back. Sorry I didn't film that for you. I'm racing against the sun going down. We haven't collected any firewood yet, but I've suspended it to both trees. This tree on my left just here is a little bit wider than I wanted it to be, but to be fair I'm very limited to the trees the right space apart in this woodland, so I've had to go for this very, very wide tree and this little bit slimmer tree over here. Not calling it fat or anything, so please don't drop any branches on my head at night. But yeah, tree straps, whoopee slings. Thanks Gary for the whoopee slings, much appreciated buddy. First time I'm using them, took a bit of figuring out I tell you. But yeah, all ready to rumble. I've put a guy line across the top. I watched numerous videos on YouTube, Corporal's Corner amongst others, who are professional hammockers as it were, and they said to put a guy line, I think it's 88% of the overall length of your hammock, put a guy line from D-shackle to D-shackle, and that'll give you the appropriate hang for comfort. So we're going to try it and see if it's all true. But yeah, I'm just going to make my bed, then I'll take you around and we'll collect some firewood together. So this is the wood we've sourced so far, all except this big burnt piece here that was here from somebody previously. Leon's just cutting it up into manageable chunks. And before all the keyboard warriors stop, can I just assure you, it's all dead standing, dead fall, stuff that's been dead for a while. We've not cut down anything living. But yeah, we're going to crack on, cut it up into manageable bits, get the fire going. I will fetch you back any time. Now, right, so I've just run to the Land Rover off camera and got my trusty little Gerber spade, and I'm just going to dig down just a little bit, just so when we're leaving we can cover it up a little bit better if it's sunk into the ground basically. There won't be a mound of old ash, we'll be able to cover it and obviously leave no trace, which is why we're here predominantly. So yeah, I'll just go quiet for a few minutes and scrape some of this out, and I'll keep this just to the side so I can cover it with when we're leaving. And it obviously gets rid of all leaf litter and everything out the way. But I'm not looking to go down too far, just a couple of inches. that should do us. Nothing too fancy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line it with these made to measure logs that I just cut before, just to give it somewhere dry to sit on basically. Hope you like our makeshift fire reflector as well. We found that bit of corrugated iron over in the woods over there. It's been there some time because I've shot here for over 10 years and I remember it 10 years ago. So whether it was an old pheasant pen or something that's long gone, I don't know what it is, but yeah, we're going to use that as our fire reflector. Not using anything fancy today. I've just got my bushcraft. It's called the Bushcraft Store, and this is one of their knives called a boar. Highly polished the edge, as you can probably see there. And yeah, it's my go-to. I bought this one in stainless steel, so obviously we live in a wet climate. There's no danger of it going rusty or going knackered. So yeah, stainless steel. Not as posh as my other knives, but it does the job, and it does the job nicely. Oops. Got some nice curls going there, look. They should do the job. It's been a while, folks. I'm a little bit rusty, I'm not going to lie. Trusty fire starting bag. Fire steel. You've all seen these before. You've seen me make these in a video. If you didn't watch the video, I'll put a link in the description below and above, and you can go and see how to make your homemade firelighters. I'll use one with olive oil on it. I don't know if you can see that. Just give it a bit of a fluff up to reveal the fibres. So just pulling it apart there, just to reveal the fibres. Are you bored yet, Leon?
No.
He's not bored yet.
I'm enjoying the scenery.
There you go, she's lit. We'll just let that establish for a few seconds, let everybody everything take. Gives me enough time just to put my few bits away. Always put your gear back so you know where it is. And then we'll start with our pencil leads. And as you can see, I'm doing it all in one take. There's no cut into different scenes and everything. No cheating in my videos, as you all know. So again, we're just going to pause for a few seconds, let that establish, let that take. Don't smother it too quick, because it has been very wet in the UK the past few weeks. We've had a couple of dry weekends, but you know, a lot of this wood, even though it was standing or fallen or whatever, it's still a little bit damp. don't think there's any danger of that going out. Apparently it's going to get down to about -1 tonight, so we're mainly keeping this fire just to keep warm and cook our food on it and stuff, obviously. But we've bought plenty of covers, plenty of sleeping bags just to keep warm. But yeah, let me bring you in a little bit closer so you can see that. I'll keep it rolling, although you know there's no danger of that going out now. Well and truly established. Right guys, that's the boring fire lighting out the way. I'll fetch you back when it's a bit more established. Right. All we're doing for tea tonight is Leon's boiling some potatoes in his jet boil. I've got some, I don't know if you can see that, I've got some sweet potatoes. I'm going to cut them into chunks and I'm going to boil them in my zebra billy pot just here, and we're going to have some ribeye steaks, sweet potatoes and some asparagus for our tea. Been told by doctor I need to watch what I'm eating, so yeah, I'm trying to go just a little bit healthier, just to increase my iron intake a little bit. But yeah, I made a silly mistake. I didn't bring a little knife. I've only brought my bushcraft knife, so I'm trying to peel a spud with a bushcraft knife. Not easy, but we're getting by. Increasing my knife skills really. But yeah, the fire's just behind you. It's burnt down to embers. We have got some more wood cut ready to go on, but we want it to be cold so we can cook our steaks on basically before we stoke it up later on for when it gets really cold. But yeah, just cracking on, peeling potatoes. Not much left to do on this one. I have got some roasting by the fire as well, so hopefully we're going to have some roasted potatoes for our supper later, because this is tea, this. Or dinner. There was a poll on Facebook recently. Do you call it tea or do you call it dinner? And there was a picture of a brew there and somebody said, this is tea, that's dinner. People get right arsey about insignificant crap nowadays, don't they? It's funny.
Who's the daddy?
We're having a proper grill off here. Got some sweet potatoes on the go, roasting some sweet potatoes as well as boiling them. And we got a couple of ribeye steaks and some cherry tomatoes as well as some asparagus. Just cooking our tea for the night. What time is it now? I don't even know what time it is. Let's run through a time check. It is now just coming up to 5:10 in the evening. So yeah, we're well due a good feed. Just had my second coffee of the day. And yeah, we've got our food on. And then we'll get a roaring fire sorted for the rest of the night while we chill and have a couple of beers. So guys, that's what tea looks like. A couple of tomatoes, I've eaten most of them to be fair. I ate a lot of my tomatoes. Some asparagus, I got steak in a bun, and I've got a roasted potato that I did on the fire. Fire's just getting going now, just after we burnt it right down for coals. I'm going to get this in me, and get a beer in me, and I'll bring you back in a little while.
Cinnamon. That's it.
Can't really see Leon, but Leon's there.
Hello.
Wait a minute.
And there's fire,
see
still
me now?
going. See him now.
Good, isn't it? That sounds
And
delightful.
we've got the fire down there. And I'm here. I don't know if you can see me because of the light.
What's in it now?
But I'm here in front of the camera. And we're just sat down chilling. Chilling by the fire watching Hayes Outdoors' new video. So shout out to Hazy. If you ain't subscribed to Hayes Outdoors, get over there. Proper funny lad, he's a good watch. Good morning everybody. It wasn't such a bad night last night, it was a success. A successful hammock camp. So yeah, I didn't film too much last night. We filmed up to about sort of 6 o'clock. We did a few little snippets in there, and then we stayed up till about midnight and we retired. It was a proper faff trying to get into the hammock. Yeah, because I've only got a t-shirt on my underwear really. But I slept well. You'll notice that I've got a different sleeping bag this time. I've got my carp sleeping bag. It's a lot more heavyweight. I think it's a 5-season one, this. Even if 5 seasons exist, I don't know how they measure these seasons. But it's let me see if I can get onto these zips just here. It's I think it's either 2 or 3 sleeping bags all zipped together. You can see all them zips there, and it's fleece lined because it's Yeah, I think it got down to about 0 degrees last night. But yeah, I'll put in a picture of this sleeping bag compared to my regular one and you'll see how much bigger it is. It's not a lightweight sleeping bag, but because it got down to 0 degrees I just want it to be warm. Right, so I'm gonna get up and get a kettle on. I've not actually been up yet. Look, my legs are still out here. So yeah, I've not actually got up yet. It's not one of them where you get out and you set the camera off and get back in. I just thought I'd film this on my phone, because obviously I've got my phone on me in the sleeping bag just in case something bad happened. But yeah, I'm going to get up, get kettle on. Right guys, getting out the hammock was a success. I didn't die, which is always good. I'm going to have to do a behind the scenes video one day of stuff like getting in and out the hammock and getting undressed and getting dressed. I know it'll be very unflattering, but I think it's a good watch because they're the bits nobody ever shows and they're probably the hardest bits to do. Having a struggle and having a fight with that hammock trying to get out of the bloody thing was a nightmare. And yeah, I'll take you around and I'll give you a quick pan of the fields in a minute. Everything's frozen, so putting your freezing cold trousers on your bare legs, Jesus, it made me squeal. But yeah, just finishing getting socks on and getting boots on, get a jacket on. As I said before in the hammock, I'm going to get a brew on and then we're going to come here and do the task what we came to do, which is clear up this little coppice, clear up the woodland. I'll show you around it a little bit more. Right guys, we're up and about. I thought I'd fetch the camera over to the other side of the little coppice and just walk you back to the camp and show you around the camp quickly. Leon's on with just flying the drone, so we're going to give you an aerial view as well of the coppice and of our camp. Now I don't want to make out that this is a massive woodland or anything like that. Literally, you can walk across it in less than 30 seconds. But it's just a case of, it's on my doorstep, not been well, and I'm still a little bit shaky on my feet. I wanted to come somewhere local and do something local. And yeah, I just wanted to get out. You know, if this is all you've got, make use of it. Make use of it. We've got permission to be here, so we can have a big blazing fire at night time and nobody's going to say anything, nobody's going to tell us off. So yeah, it just worked out perfect for us. But yeah, I'll take you for a quick walk round. It is quite residential. I mean, there's a caravan park just over behind me, just to the side of our camp there. And there's various houses dotted about, and the road is literally just the other side of the camera, just here. It is only a country road, but there is a road here. So it's tiny, but as I say, we've got permission to be in here, so we can make the most of it. It's just a case of getting out and using what you've got. But yeah, I'll just pick you up, show you where cars are, and I'll walk you through. Sun's up this morning, it's absolutely beautiful. So cars are just here. I'm not going to make out that I'm in a massive, massive forest. There's vehicles, you can see them just there. And if I stand at vehicles, the camp is just behind the trees, just over there. You might just be able to make out my tarp. Let me zoom in for you. Just over there, you might be able to make up my tarp, just inside the trees. And that's the other side of the woodland, we're on the other edge. And the road is literally just there. But I think that's why there's so much rubbish in this woodland, because of the road. I'll take you for a walk now, and if you keep your eyes on the floor, you'll see so much debris and plastic that we're just going to clear up. But yeah, let's go for the wander. Trying to see some now, but I've got my morning eyes still on, I can't see anything. Well, you won't be able to see anything in about an hour. You can see some over there. Can you see that? Just shining, white plastic bottle. And there's a can just over here, look. Can you see that blue beer can? Just there. And there'll be various other bits. There's a load of disposable barbecues just over here in this little bit of wood just here. Yeah, there's more plastic. Old plastic bottles, old crisp packets. Disposable barbecue, old beer can, some other packet in there. Just where people have been coming into the woods over years and just leaving their rubbish. Just no respect for nature, no respect for the farmer. But yeah, we'll crack on, we'll get most of it picked up. That will get it all today, but we'll get most of it cleared.
Over your skin, you can see it beat, intoxicating your energy. First time in so long, you felt the heat, evaporating your bindings. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like the sunlight, darkness can't hold you here. Bold and bright, push through the atmosphere. This is your dawn, this is your break. Move like I know the sadness that cripples you. It comes in waves and out of the blue. But there are days you feel freedom too. Bask in the glorious lightning.
Right everybody, I'm just out of shot here, but we're just going to start cooking breakfast on a stickman stove I got from the Preppers Meat. Not used this yet. So all we've done off camera is we've got some little twigs just here, just out of shot. And I've got some matchsticks here, and I've got some bigger stuff just behind me, just here. I'm going to get it going with the old cotton wool ball as usual and fire steel. I'll just fire it up on the embers that are still going up from last night. I did try blowing them into life off camera, but it didn't quite work. But all I'm doing here is, again, pulling apart the fibres, giving the spark somewhere decent to land. Going to pop that there. Fire steel, knife. There you go, second try. We'll get the stove over the top of it. Never used this stove before, so this might be trial and error. Might go horribly wrong. That's going in there. Let's grab some of these little fine twigs. I think it's safe to say the stickman stove works, eh? Looks quite good. I need to get it a tad more level. There you go. Got a frying pan to sit on.
Oh, yeah.
So, quick egg banjo for breakfast. Bacon, crispy fried obviously. Egg, well done on both sides. Going to add some tomato ketchup, which is just here. And we're going to get it down as well as a coffee on behind you on little gas burner. But yeah, looking forward to this. Then we'll get back at it, eh? But at some point we are going to have to pack down as well. So we may do that next and then come back in with the bin bags and just clean up around camp and stuff. Right guys, I'm going to get this in me. How good that looks. Get this in me and bring you back when something interesting's going on. Just opening up bin bags, getting ready to make the start. Pick up all this rubbish. May as well throw that on down there with all the rest of it.
Can I have one, Dad? Ta.
Oh, that was buried. Yeah. Right guys, we've been going about 20-25 minutes picking up all this rubbish. I've got 4 of the bags down here in front of me with some interesting bits in that people have left behind in the wood. It's not been thrown into the wood, this has been left here. I'll quickly turn the camera around, show you what we've picked up, and we'll crack on doing a bit, but we're going to have to do it in a few sittings there's so much of it. I mean literally we've only done around our camp area just here and just down the bank in that area just round there, and we've managed to get, you know, 5 or 6 bags. But this one's got a load of old disposable barbecues with the mesh, old beer cans, you can tell that's been here a while, it's all faded on the top and everything, old bottles of Lucozade and mainly bottles and small bits in that one. This one has got a melted tent, that's actually somebody's tent in there, you can see the zip just there. I'm hoping that's in focus, I can't actually see the screen of the camera. More barbecues in this one, old cans, crisp packets and stuff. You know, the crisp packets could be drivers driving past the road and they're floating on here. But you know, a lot of these bottles had water and stuff in them. Old huge bottles of Dr. Pepper. You know, there's somebody's folder. We found a couple of these in here, so it's not just 1 or 2. Oh yeah, there's the other one to show. I'm not giving you no BS. There's the other one. So there's 2 of them. They were both in separate places. I mean, it's a disgrace really. If you do camp and you do stealth camp, or you know, you come and use people's land, you respect it, you leave it, so then it gives other people opportunities to come and do the same. I'm just looking and we've missed a bit down there. Let me grab it dead quick. Oh no we haven't. No we haven't, it's a leaf. Also, oh no, there you go.
All right.
There you go. We have missed a bit. But yeah, we're going to come back and pick up on this. This I think we're going to make a series out of this, because there's no way, there's quite a bit here, and there's no way we're going to be able to do it today in daylight. So I'll go and see Farmer, we'll have a word with him, we'll show him what we've got, and we'll see if he'll let us come back and continue our work here. Right guys, I hope you enjoyed that video today. The whole purpose was to come into this little bit of woodland, have a bit of a camp out with my nemesis here, and pick up all the debris and all the rubbish and all the plastic, tin cans and all the stuff that's been sat here for years. I didn't film too much of it, A, because I forgot the head mount for me GoPro, but B, I'm sure you didn't want to watch 10 minutes of me just picking up crap basically. But yeah, just as a side note, we all leave no trace. Anybody who does this hobby or has this lifestyle leaves no trace. How's about we leave it better than we find it? Any rubbish we see along the way, pick it up, take it home with you, recycle it. Basically what we're going to do with these bin bags. So everyone, this is what we mean by leave no trace. This is where our fire pit was. We've doused the embers and the ashes with 5 gallons of water. We've put topsoil over the top of it and then we've covered it with leaves. If I move out of shot there, you'll never know where it was. And this is what the rest of the camp looks like. Apart from bin bags, next to the hop up, just there and there, we're obviously going to carry that out now. We're not leaving hop up or the bin bags here. We've actually left it better. That's where I was camped, just between those 2 trees. There's no paracord left, there's nothing left in trees. This is where Leon was, there's Leon. That's where Leon was, just there. We've even moved that log that somebody else had burnt out the way because it was there. You'll see the indent in the ground where it was. It was running just along there, if you see. And we've moved it into the bushes, moved it out of the way. That's not ours. If we come back here, we'll probably cut that up and use that as firewood, to be fair, and get rid of that because it's an eyesore. Still got a bit of work to do in here. As I say, we cleared up down there and we've cleared up in this immediate area here. It's going to take us a little bit longer than we actually thought it would, but the majority of it in this area is gone. The farmer's been over, he's happy with the way we've left it. He's invited us back whenever we want, which is what it's all about, guys. You leave no trace, you respect these people, they'll show you some kindness and respect back. Anyway guys, that's enough from me for today. Until next time, you all take care, mind how you go.